What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you all the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. This week sees a new King's Fall raid challenge, a new featured raid and dungeon. We break down all the weekly rituals and the Nightfall exclusive loot, the bonus rewards, and more importantly what Tess has available for Bright Dust this week. There's certainly a lot to get through, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 70% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so be sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to make sure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This week is week 12 of Season of Plunder. And as some of you may be aware, last week was in fact my birthday. A massive shout out to Numbskull Designs for sending me this festive jumper and also this Advent Destiny calendar. If you want to check these out for yourself, make sure to do so, and I'll leave the link to them down in the video description below. Now jumping back into This Week in Destiny, and we have a new King's Fall raid challenge. This is called Gaze Amaze, and the gaze holder must stand in the pool of unclaimed light when swapping the gaze. This raid challenge is certainly more consistent than the War Priest raid challenge from last week, and if you and your fire team can pull this off, you'll earn yourself the triumph for the Gaze Amaze challenge, but also an additional raid chest, earning yourself some sweet harrowed loot. Now moving on to the featured raid and dungeon for the week, Garden of Salvation is back in rotation, a perfect opportunity to earn all those raid challenges and also earn some pretty incredible weapons and armor. And as for the dungeon, Grasp of Avarice returns. This launched alongside the 30th anniversary pack and offers some incredible artifice armor. It's still some of the best armor in the game, and if you can defeat the final bosses in both the featured raid and dungeon, both of them will offer pinnacle rewards. If you're still on the power grind, make sure to knock these two out to earn some easy pinnacle rewards. Now next up we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and this 30th anniversary pack activity. Now last week we did see a few comments on why we still include dares in This Week in Destiny. Well, this season has seen the 30th anniversary pack weapons become craftable, and dares is a very desirable activity when chasing down those deep sight weapons. On top of that, the armor and weapons that we cover in this video are only obtainable from this activity with the exception of Xur over the weekends. So if you're new to Destiny and don't have those armor sets or weapons, this is the only activity you can get your hands on them. Now as for those armor pieces, we have 3 sets this week. We have the Anti-Extinction Suit set, which is the old Dead Orbit set from Faction Rally, and that's alongside the Simulator Suit set, which is the Future War Cult set. And to round us out, we have the Sovereign Suit set, which is the old New Monarchy set. Now these can drop during the activity when you complete it, or by handing in strange coins over at the Star Horse in the Treasure Hoard. As for the weapons though, we have a range of weapons from Season of Arrivals. We have the Enigma's Draw Sidearm, the Dire Promise Hand Cannon, the True Prophecy, the Timeline's Vertex Fusion Rifle, the Honor's Edge Sword, the Interference, the Distant Tumulus, the Arsenic Bite Bow, the Gian 7 Pulse Rifle, and also the Escape Velocity Submachine Gun. As we mentioned earlier, some of these weapons can only be obtained in Dares of Eternity, so if you're still chasing them down, make sure to jump in this week to get your hands on them. Now next up we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a new Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 12 of Season of Plunder. This week sees the Devil's Lair return, the reprised strike from Destiny 1. Now Devil's Lair is one of the easier Grandmaster Nightfalls in this season's rotation, and this week we'll also see this Silicon Neuroma return. This will be your final opportunity to get your hands on this awesome legendary sniper rifle, as it is being removed from the game at the end of Season 18. You can get some pretty incredible roles like triple tap and firing line, making an absolutely top tier PvE weapon. Now as for the Crucible, Showdown returns as a Crucible Rotator, so if you're still working through your seasonal challenges and haven't knocked out those linked to the Crucible Rotators, make sure to jump into Showdown to get those challenges done. Now as we are in week 12, there are no new seasonal challenges this week. There are only 10 weeks of challenges per season, but with that in mind we're going to move on to the Lost Sectors for the the up and coming week. Now on Tuesday's reset, Concealed Void will be in rotation with Barrier and Overload champions, giving you an opportunity at exotic helmets. On Wednesday, Bunker E15 returns, also with Barrier and Overload champions, this time offering up a pair of exotic boots. On Thursday, Perdition is back, once again with Barrier and Overload champions, this time offering up a pair of gauntlets. On Friday though, the Conflux will be in rotation with Barrier and Unstoppable champions this time, finally offering up exotic chess pieces. As for the weekend, on Saturday, K1 Crew Quarters will be back on the moon with Barrier and Overload champions, giving you a second opportunity at those exotic helmets. On Sunday, we'll be jumping over to K1 Logistics, also with Barrier and Overloads, this time though offering another opportunity at those exotic boots. And finally, on Monday, K1 Communion will be back, this time with Barrier and Overload champions, giving you that last chance at those exotic gauntlets. So if there's a particular exotic that you're chasing, be sure to plan your week accordingly. And if you want to check out this calendar for yourself, be sure to check out Today in Destiny, and I'll leave the link to that down in the video description below. Now with most of the weekly formalities out of the way, it's time for one of the most important parts of the week, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 12 of Season of Plunder. Now over in the featured Bright Dust shelf, we have the Indra Soaring, this awesome weapon ornament for the Thunderlord. This is a Cloud Strike themed ornament and can be picked up this week for 1250 Bright Dust. That's alongside Queen's Best, another awesome exotic ship, brand new this season. This actually forms part of a cosmetic set but can be picked up this week for just 2000 Bright Dust. Alongside that, we have the If It Fits Ghost Projection, again brand new this season and can be picked up this week for 1500 Bright Dust. As for the shader this week, Boral Char returns, a very popular shader from Season of the Splicer. If you missed out on this one, make sure to pick this up. It's one of the best black and grey shaders in the game and can be picked up for just 300 Bright Dust. Now over in the main Bright Dust store, we have an exotic emote called High Seas Dance. This also forms part of an emote set that could be picked up this week for 3250 Bright Dust. That's alongside the Hard Light exotic Ghost Shell. This is from Season of the Hunt. If you missed out on this one, which also forms part of a cosmetic set, you can pick this one up for 2850 Bright Dust. That's alongside Sunny Day Seeker, a new exotic sparrow for this season. Once again forms part of an awesome cosmetic set that could be picked up this week for 2500 Bright Dust. That's alongside the Medi Valkyrie exotic ship. So if you missed out on this one and are collecting, make sure to pick it up for 2000 Bright Dust. Now next up we have Universal Armor Ornaments, and these are for the Fortnite set for Season of Plunder. This week sees the chest piece in rotation. We have the Nightly Noir plate for the Titan, alongside the Eternal Vengeance vest for the Hunter, and also the painted Kitsune robes for the Warlock. All of these are available from Tess, with each one setting you back 1600 Bright Dust. Now the penultimate item is the Sterling Arbor Ghost Projection. This is from Season of Arrivals. So once again, if you missed out on this one, this will set you back 1500 Bright Dust this week. And the final item on offer is an exotic weapon ornament for the Outbreak Perfected. This is called Matter Scourge and will set you back 1250 Bright Dust this week. So there we have it guys, a good look at everything that you can expect in this week in Destiny. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to back into the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.